actually sit. Okay.
Yeah, and some people can come over here too.
I'll go by Mark.
Wendy, she's
okay.
going to it.
All right.
Not to worry, we don't totally compromise patient care.
Cindy, I'm Andrea Coyle, and this is Elizabeth Gilger.
Hey.
And on behalf of the Nurse Alliance and the Rewards and Recognition team, you were chosen as the Daisy July Nurse of the Month. And I just want everyone to know that this is going to be on YouTube, so...
Oh, wow. I didn't have lipstick.
And you'll sign it.
We can pause for
I'm going to give a little bit of background on the Daisy Award. The Daisy Foundation was formed by the family of Patrick Barnes, who died at the age of 33 from complications of idiopathic thrombocytopenia purpura, or ITP. Daisy stands for Diseases Attacking the Immune System, and the foundation's goals are to fund research to improve and ultimately cure ITP and related illnesses, to assist and inform people with ITP, to encourage bone marrow and blood drives, since the treatment of ITP can require massive amounts of blood products. But the program nearest and dearest to them is this. For the weeks that Patrick was sick, his family saw for the first time the kind of work that nurses do and the kind of people that nurses are. The skill and compassion they experienced firsthand seemed to them truly amazing. They came to believe that nurses are the unsung heroes of our society, and they decided to find a way to say thanks for what you do, and this is how Daisy was started. You should know that this recognition is actually an honor from your peers and management, that they're the ones who know what you do every day. It's important that our nurses know their work is highly valued, and the Daisy Award provides a way for us to recognize them. Nominations for Daisy are submitted online, the Get Well Network, and on the internet. A special committee votes on the blinded nominations monthly, and the winner is chosen, which was you. And now you're going to hear your nomination.
I am nominating Cindy Stokes, RN, for the Daisy Award at the request of all her teammates in the Pediatric Hematology Oncology Unit. When I rounded this month, all the staff in her unit wanted to recognize Cindy for her care of Ryan. Following are examples provided to me by them on how she exceeded expectations for patient care. Ryan is a teenager whose chemotherapy treatments were no longer working. Cindy has been his primary nurse for the past 4 years. At this time, Cindy used her positive relationship with this family to support them through this difficult period, and also assisted in creating some long-term family memories. The family decided they would take a trip to Hawaii for a final family vacation. They had a very short timeline to pull these plans together. Cindy wrote a letter to the airline that assisted the family in getting a better flight. Ryan emailed Cindy during the trip, resulting in the staff being able to see Ryan on the beach in Hawaii through Skype. Upon their return, Ryan was in tremendous pain. Cindy elicited the help of the other HEMOC nurses so that she could remain the support nurse, and Ryan would know that when she was entering the room, she would not be doing anything painful. A plan of care was designed so that labs, blood draws, and IVs would not be done through his port, and the expert skills of each of these nurses was called upon to meet his unique pain needs. Hospice was unable to obtain the pain medications that Ryan needed, so Cindy obtained these medications through the MUSC pharmacy and personally delivered them to Ryan's house. One weekend, Ryan's school friends were getting together at his home for a drum jam. Cindy went to Ryan's house and participated in this event by playing the drums, bringing her own teenage son, and being there for Ryan. These positive experiences will always be remembered by his family, and also allowed her the opportunity to dialogue with Ryan about his impending death outside the hospital and clinic environment. All these experiences helped prepare the child and the family and created a positive approach to a terrible situation. Ryan's family emailed Cindy specific questions so she could assist them through the aspects of the palliative care process. Ryan's dad even called her from the funeral home prior to his death to review plans, as he valued Cindy's opinion and he wanted to create the best experience possible for his son and family. At the very end, hospice was unable to meet some of the needs related to pain medication administration and blood work that needed to be obtained. We do not have pediatric hospice in Charleston. Cindy made arrangements to transfer the care of her clinic patients to her HEMOC team and drove to Ryan's house to meet his needs. He expired prior to her arrival, and Cindy remained with the family during this transitioning period again providing that additional level of support. Cindy demonstrates the highest level of clinical skills, expert nursing care, and care coordination. In addition, Cindy has the added gift of being able to effectively communicate during stressful, unpleasant situations, taking those situations and turning them into positive memories. So thank you, Cindy.
I'm kind of going to go out of order because I think Cindy might need a tissue. This is part of your deal.
Thank you.
And then pass them around. This is the Daisy Award for Extraordinary Nurses. This award is presented to Cindy Stokes, RN, in deep appreciation of all you do, who you are, and the incredibly meaningful difference you make in the lives of so many people. Thank you. And you get to wear this fabulous Daisy pin. The pin serves as a reminder of the appreciation and recognition your peers and patients have for the amazing work you do on a daily basis.
And I did get a little tearful, so I apologize. I'm going to get through the next part. A healer's touch. You're also going to get a beautiful stone sculpture, and this is about that stone sculpture. These serpentine stone sculptures are hand-carved for us by artists of the Shona tribe in Zimbabwe. The sculptures are especially meaningful because of their profound respect the Shona people pay their traditional healers. Shona healers are affectionately regarded as treasures by those they care for, and the well-being and safety of the healer is of community-wide importance. This describes exactly how Daisy feels about its nurses. Daisy's purchase of these sculptures has become very important to the people who carve these beautiful pieces. Given the desperate political situation in Zimbabwe, there are no tourists to buy their work. So the money Daisy sends to Zimbabwe to pay for the healers is a tremendous help to the artists and their families. Excuse me. Their letters of gratitude for this support are heartfelt and heartbreaking. We know now that we will eat and keep our children in school and be able to gain a little strength, reads one of them sent in. The full letters included in your Daisy bag. What this said to us is that the incredible work being done by nurses here in the U.S. is reaching around the world to help save the lives of these gifted artists. The artists, in turn, are creating these very sensitive depictions of the unique relationship nurses have with their patients. Also provided for each Daisy Award facility is a big celebratory banner you see here. That'll be hung in your unit for the whole month, and you'll get lots of a very positive conversation piece about the special role nurses play in patient care. And since every nurse who receives the Daisy Award reminds us that his or her entire team is very deserving of recognition, that it takes a team to provide great patient care, all the nurses and staff in your unit will be treated to Cinnabon. But we don't have a Cinnabon. So since we don't have a Cinnabon at MUSC, we do give you a bottle of Cinnabon cinnamon, which is in your bag as well. And every morning when you use the cinnamon on your toast, you can be reminded of this day and what an extraordinary nurse you are. And these pastries here today are provided by, in lieu of Cinnabon, by Saffron's. So the reason we do Cinnabon, though, is when we bought a Cinnabon for Pat to eat while he was in the hospital, he requested one for the next day and asked that we bring enough for all the nurses in the unit. So whenever you enjoy a Cinnabon or your pastries here, you savor that incredible cinnamon aroma and take time to remind yourself what truly special people you are. Thank you. Absolutely. Really a team effort, though. I mean, you know, we all work so well together with our patients, so it truly is a team effort. So, thank you all.
Congratulations.
Just so you know, your picture will be in the Catalyst, the Post and Courier, and YouTube.
Okay.
And there'll be a new Nurse Alliance newsletter, and I think on the actual no, I think it's on the website.
It goes on the Daisy site, on the Professional Nurse, and on the Daisy Catalyst.
Okay, so your picture's gonna be
It's all over.
And every quarter, all the Daisy winners get to have lunch at the Wycliffe House with Marilyn chaperone. And I believe the next one is next week, July. And all the information's in here, Cindy.
Okay.
Everything you need to know. The lunch, the time.